I set up another tank. It's different, it's in the wall. I wanted it to be low maintenance. You're going to find out where I got the fish, where I got the inspiration, and why I did what I did, and why I think it's going to be low maintenance. Here's the tank coming up next. What's going on, everybody? It's Jay Wilson, JWill07 Instagram, Twitter, Jason Wilson on Facebook, northfinusa.com. So here's the tank. I wanted it to be low maintenance. I wanted it to be eye-catching. I wanted it to be dramatic. And I wanted it to be different in terms of the fish that I've ever kept or have shown quite often on this channel and, honestly, in my fish keeping career or hobby. And so the idea for low maintenance was not a ton of fish, pretty decent filtration. There's an FX6 on this bad boy. There is probably about 10 fish in here, but the aquarium's kind of only half full, and we'll get to that in a moment. The dramatic look was just, I wanted this idea of you don't always have to go out and buy everything that matches. You could just kind of mix and match and place, and I'll show you here in a little bit what I'm talking about. But the dramatic look was, I wanted this to be a one shot, one execution, and then that was it. So it was background feature rock went in, grabbed a bunch of different rocks, put them in, some real, some fake, and then just took a cup of the sand, sprinkled it over, kind of almost like a snow globe, if you will, just to create that really cool bottom of the lake, cavernous, active area that you would typically see in an aquarium of this nature, whether it was a zoo or an aquarium place, or if you were in the wild. I wanted to try to recreate something that was very similar. And so I've got rocks stacked on top of each other, rocks that really don't belong, and fish that typically you don't see together, which I'm really excited to kind of put them together. So let's get a closer look at what I'm talking about with mixing and matching and the sprinkling of sand. So you can see the sand was just kind of sprinkled over there. The rocks are placed on top of each other, but the fish really make this tank super active. I've got ACI, DeMace and I. I've got a yellow lab in here. I'm going to get a couple more of those. And I've got a couple of cobalts. The yellow lab and the cobalts were just kind of stuff that was sitting in our rack system. They were really needing to go into aquarium, and this was the perfect fit. The rest of the fish, the ACI and the DeMace and I, are all from Cunningham Cichlids. So you can check him out at cunninghamcichlids.com. Josh Cunningham is a phenomenal dude. But when you're looking at this, I didn't know ACI even grouped together, which is really, really cool. It's almost like they're schooling like community fish. If you've seen that before, please comment and let me know. I had not read this or have seen this, but they seem to only stick together with themselves, kind of stronger in bunches. The other cool thing about this is there's a lot of different ins and outs for these fish. Not a lot of caves or hides, but places they can kind of swim through, around, get behind the background feature rock, and just kind of, you know, really enjoy the whole space. So really, really excited for that. Now, I'm also want to show you what the dramatic part was. The dramatic part was, want you to come in through the showroom to my office and see this really cool aquarium sitting in the wall with crystal wall side panels that just kind of blend with the outside landscape of what you're coming into, almost like a cave when you walk in. And you'll get a better idea with this next shot when I show you. So I'm going to pull back the camera real quick and kind of give you an idea of what I'm talking about. Bingo. So now you kind of got the idea. It's that crystal wall around it, cut all jagged so it doesn't look perfectly symmetrical. The jigs of the side panels that we put in here of crystal wall really just captivate the essence of that natural look. We black vinyled it through some plants kind of just resting in the aquarium. And so really just excited about this aquarium, if you can't tell by my voice. The other thing I want to show you is a different angle. But I want to preface, a year ago, this had discus, I believe, in it. It had MBUNA before that and then discus. And it sat vacant for a year after the discus were given away. And it just sat for a year and just got really nasty. So I really wanted to just liven it up, make it look cool, make it a showpiece. But let me know what you think in the comments. I mean, I'm not changing it. I think it'd be a cool shell dweller tank. But let me know what you think. I really appreciate all your support, your drive, your constant fish hobby stuff. It really makes this fish hobby something amazing. Thank you so much for sharing, liking, disliking, YouTube tweeting, all the crazy cool stuff. It's greatly appreciated. You know what's next. Holla!